You ready? 1, 2.
Waxing gone wrong, and here we go. Let's see how I ended up here. So my mom has lots of nose hair and it usually bothers her. I don't usually do this for the rest of my clients. While we were here though, I did end up getting her chin and her upper lip. As you can see, she was like, what are you doing? Upper lip always hurts, and whenever I do it on myself, it's truly painful. I don't know, some of y'all like to see the like pulled hard wax strips, so I did not want to deny you. And this is just where it went wrong, because as I put it in and I went to rip it, the first one was fine, the upper lip was great, and then the other one, the stick broke off. So I ended up honestly just having to peel it out.
There's a slight smell coming from the lower region.
What kind of a smell?
You know, like that feminine-y, hygiene-y smell, so you get a bit.
No, not really.
No problem.
What is the issue?
It's not feeling particularly hygienic to do this trip. I feel like I'm saying this all the wrong way.
Well, it's definitely not me. I had a shower before I came here.
Yeah,
I don't smell.
Yeah, not that you smell. Just that, you know, we can have sometimes like things going on down there. Sometimes, like maybe like a yeast infection or
No.
a pH balance.
No, there's nothing wrong.
No.
No, it's definitely not me. So if you can smell something, it must be one of your products.
I've used these products all day, and well, we do use these products. So I don't believe it's there.
But they do smell quite strong. So
There is a smell. No, it's not. I did only smell it once. Popped the trousers off. I'm not trying. I know it's a sensitive subject. I'm not trying to make anyone feel uncomfortable.
Well, you are. This is really rude.
It's the kitty on your wifey. Part 3. It's not runny. It's perfect. Okay, mamita. I'm about to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 30 seconds has passed. Look at that. Que chulada. 3. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I'm growing a beard. You ready? 2, 3. 2, 3. Look at that. Ready? And very important, guys. Make sure you cover it. Protect that. It's very sensitive.
I had a Brazilian wax done about 3 weeks ago, and it's been haunting me ever since. I've been like hesitant about sharing this story because I was just like, I don't know if I should, but after telling my husband and then like some multiple friends, they definitely told me I need to. I've been going to European Wax Center for years. Like, I'm not even kidding, maybe 8 years at this point, maybe 9 years at this point. And 3 weeks ago, I went to a location here in Manhattan, and I'm not going to say what location, but the girl that was giving me the wax, or the esthetician, whatever you want, the waxer, she was wearing meta glasses, and I didn't notice it at first because we were talking so much. We had good banter. She was very nice. And then it was like maybe like halfway, like 5 minutes in or so, I'm like looking at her, and I like looking at her glasses, and then I'm like, are you wearing meta glasses? And she's like, oh yeah, I am, but like they're not charged, they're not on, like I promise. But then after that, I kind of like shut down, and I could not stop thinking like, could this girl be filming me right now? Like, could she be filming? Like, I literally could not stop thinking about it the whole entire time. And then like I walked out of there and left, and then I don't know, like we were leaving on a trip, and so it kind of just like after that I was just like, what the fudge? And then I've been thinking about it so much recently, and then I'm like, I think I need to call European Wax Center. That can't be legal, or that needs to be like a new rule that like people can't wear those. Because like, okay, let's say, yeah, I trust her that she wasn't recording, but what if she was?
As a Brazilian waxer, you see a lot of naked people. My very first Brazilian wax class, I had no idea what I was walking into. I kind of knew what it was, but I wanted to take an in-person class. This was my very first year as an esthetician. I just really wanted to see. The instructor was not wearing any gloves. She had very, very long red nails. She was in the intimate area, I mean, in there. And I kept wondering, like, where's the gloves? Why are we touching women like this without any gloves? And she did about 3 models. I was absolutely horrified. And I'm thinking, this isn't right. And so as I'm looking around at everybody, like, are we seeing the same things? Everyone was like, can we get closer? Can we see? I'm thinking the woman has no gloves on and she has long nails and she's waxing multiple people with no gloves.
Real talk, guys, my Brazilian wax lady sent me home. She sent me home for my appointment. She did not give me the wax. I showed up there like a couple weeks ago. I get there, butterfly clothes, all my little girly out, you know, she's there. She starts prepping, doing a little wipey wipe. And then she like, oh, wait. And she kind of looks and she's like, no, I can't wax you today. And I was like, what? Why? Like, I'm scared. I'm thinking I got, you know, freaking smear marks or something back there. And she's like, no, babe, like, you just have a patch of like ingrown hairs and I really don't recommend I wax today on this. Like, you need to deal with this and then reschedule and come back when the ingrown hairs are dealt with, because like this is like a fair bit. There's like 5 of them, like a cluster, and I don't want to mess with it. And I was like, what? Like, I felt so embarrassed because I'm like, I can't believe this happened, but it was far back there. It was a little bit, you know, near the, so I couldn't really see it. And she's like, yeah, no, girl, nothing to be worried about. Just try to get like some ingrown hair serum. So immediately I get home, Google, and I pull up the ingrown hair serum. So I'm like, this is probably BS and not gonna work, but I used it for 2 weeks consistently using this. And guys, the ingrown hairs completely disappeared.
When is the last time you shaved?
2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes.
Girl. You have like no hair.
Yeah, like two and a half.
It's so short. I feel like you're low-key lying to me.
No,
but I do believe you. Don't worry. It's so short.
I know. I was like, is it gonna be enough?
Is it gonna be enough? Yeah, it'll be enough. It'll be a good wax.
Okay.
But like, I'm jealous. Like, I do it nice and wet.
Okay.
Perfect. You're doing great. I'm actually using a new wax today too.
Oh,
perfect. Good job.
shit.
Go ahead and relax your legs. It's waxed by Yenny, and it's actually really amazing. Like, look.
Holy fuck. I'm literally gonna fuck you. Alright guys, this is a crazy Brazilian wax horror story. If you don't want to hear, keep scrolling. Long story short, she comes in, butterflies, it smelled like poop. I asked her if she needed to use the restroom, she said no. So when she did knees to chest for her butt strip, I could literally see the piece of poop there. And I asked her, do you mind going to the restroom and wiping? There's too much moisture, the wax will not adhere. She literally dug her fingers into her butt, and she literally flicked the poop out to the floor. And I said, no, you can go ahead and wipe. Here's a Clorox wipe for the floor. Your ticket will be at the front. Yet she had the nerve to report me to my manager and wanted to call HR, saying that was my job. Ma'am, my job is to remove hair.
Want to hear a super embarrassing story? So when I was in cosmetology school, we had to do a certain amount of services that would equate to points in each category, like nails, hair, facials, waxing, the whole bit. I was severely behind on my waxing points. So one day, one of the instructors came up to me and she's like, hey, I need a favor. I was like, okay, shoot. And she said, I need a model for the Brazilian waxing demonstration for your class. I said, okay, why are you asking me? And she responded, because out of the entire class, I know you don't give a shit. Which, honestly, fair. But listen, I've always been a little bit of a hustler, so I was gonna work that shit to my advantage. I said, I can do it, but it'll cost you. She said, all right, name your price. I said, I want at least 5 extra waxing points so that way I don't have to do any more eyebrows for the rest of the semester. We shook hands and agreed. Fast forward to me spread eagle in front of my classmates. She does the first strip. Whoosh! A couple of minutes goes by and one of the students raises their hand. She said, is it normal to get that red? Yeah, on your more fair clients, the sun doesn't really see that area, so it is going to get a little bit more red. No, I think she's developing welts. Olivia, are you allergic to bees? I think I might be. Oh.
I'm definitely gonna regret this, but maybe it'll help somebody out. So a few years ago, I decided to get my first ever bikini wax. Now, if you've ever gotten one, you know that nothing in this world could ever prepare you for the pain. I had never gotten anything waxed. Anything. So I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So I was still living with my parents at the time, so I never told them where I was going the next morning. And it was early in the morning, I think it was like at 9:30 or something, so I didn't even have time to get breakfast. I did take 2 Advil because I read that that would help, with the pain. So I was feeling pretty confident when I got there. I was like, it can't be that bad. A lot of people do it, and it's gonna be fine. So I get there, and at this time, I was very anemic, and I would pass out, very easily. Whether that was not eating, or the pain, or if it's too hot outside, I would just pass out. So because of this, I have passed out multiple times in my life, so I already know when it's coming. I even let the other person know, whoever I'm with, like, hey, I'm gonna pass out now, I'm gonna sit down. So we start. I get on the table, I'm nervous, I'm kind of freaking out, but at the same time I'm feeling confident, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do a full Brazilian. And the lady's like, let's start with the bikini, see how you do, and then we can decide from there. I'm like, this girl doesn't think I can take it. Well, she was right. So after 1 wax, 1 strip, I sit up, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pass out now. And she's like, no, you're fine, everything's okay, like, don't worry about it, just breathe, everything's fine. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna pass out. And I just black out.
Nobody talks about how humbling it is to get a Brazilian laser hair removal. Halfway through, they'll be like, do you want the inside? And they make you spread it open so they can carefully and intricately laser blast, burn off the hairs on your inner cooter. And you already feel a little uncomfortable at that point, but then they ask you to lay down on your stomach and take your cheeks and spread them both open with both your hands. And then they do the same thing up your crack like that. Laser hair removal technicians, speak up. How are you not uncomfortable? How does this not haunt you in your dreams?
Let me tell you about the most terrifying and humbling experience of my entire life. I was dealing with a hairy situation, and a friend was like, go get a Brazilian. They're so easy. I've been doing it for years. Doesn't even hurt. If only I had known that I could do at-home laser hair removal and get permanent results in as little as 4 weeks. And the Michelle who went in that wax studio that day is not the same Michelle who left. It was when I was on all fours in that wax studio thinking, I paid someone money to do this to me. I have been doing my own at-home laser hair removal with the YouLike device for the last 3 weeks. And just to test it out, I was only using it on my right armpit and not my left armpit. And look, okay, I shaved yesterday. My left armpit already has a big ol' 5 o'clock shadow. My right armpit, significantly less. Now this is just in literally 3 weeks. As a PCOS girly, I have plucked my fair share of chin hairs, okay? And now all I gotta do is this.